What if I told you that the universe speaks in shapes? That hidden within the curves, angles, and patterns of the world around us lies a secret language, a code that has been used by mystics, philosophers, and architects for millennia to unlock the mysteries of existence? This is the hidden truth about sacred geometry, a profound and ancient science that reveals the divine blueprint of creation itself. From the pyramids of Egypt to the spirals of galaxies, from the petals of a flower to the structure of your DNA, sacred geometry is the invisible thread that weaves the fabric of reality. It is the mathematical fingerprint of the cosmos, a visual representation of the laws that govern everything from the smallest atom to the vast expanse of the universe. In this video, we will embark on a journey into the heart of this mystical science. We'll explore its origins in ancient civilizations, decode its symbolic meanings, and uncover how it can be used as a tool for spiritual awakening and personal transformation. By the end, you'll not only understand the profound significance of sacred geometry, but also learn practical ways to harness its power in your own life. So, are you ready to see the world through the eyes of the ancients? To discover the hidden patterns that connect all things? Let's begin. To truly understand sacred geometry, we must first travel back in time, to the dawn of human civilization, where this knowledge was not just studied but revered as divine wisdom. The roots of sacred geometry stretch deep into the ancient world, where it was seen as the bridge between the physical and the spiritual, the seen and the unseen. In ancient Egypt, sacred geometry was the foundation of their monumental architecture. The Great Pyramid of Giza, for instance, is not just a tomb or a marvel of engineering. It is a geometric masterpiece. Its proportions align with the golden ratio and the dimensions of the earth itself, suggesting that the builders possessed knowledge far beyond what we might expect from an ancient society. The Egyptians believed that these shapes held the key to immortality, serving as conduits for the soul's journey into the afterlife. Similarly, in ancient Greece, the philosopher Plato spoke of the 5 Platonic solids, perfect three-dimensional shapes that he believed were the building blocks of the universe. These shapes, the tetrahedron, cube, octahedron, dodecahedron, and icosahedron, were thought to correspond to the elements of fire, earth, air, ether, and water. To Plato, geometry was not just a mathematical exercise. It was a way to understand the divine order of the cosmos. In the East, sacred geometry found its expression in mandalas and yantras, intricate designs used in meditation and ritual. These patterns were not merely decorative. They were maps of consciousness, tools to guide the mind toward higher states of awareness. The Sri Yantra, for example, is a complex geometric figure that represents the union of masculine and feminine energies, the microcosm and the macrocosm. Even in the natural world, sacred geometry is everywhere. The Fibonacci sequence, a series of numbers where each number is the sum of the 2 preceding ones, manifests in the spirals of seashells, the arrangement of leaves on a stem, and even the branching of trees. This pattern, often associated with the golden ratio, is a testament to the inherent order and harmony of the universe. But why did ancient cultures place such importance on these shapes and patterns? Because they recognize that geometry is not just a human invention. It is a universal language. It is the way the cosmos organizes itself, the blueprint of creation. And by studying it, we can tap into the same wisdom that guided the ancients, unlocking the secrets of the universe and our own inner worlds. At its heart, sacred geometry is the study of shapes and patterns that hold symbolic and energetic significance. These shapes are not arbitrary. They are the fundamental forms that underlie all of creation. They are the building blocks of reality, the language through which the universe expresses itself. Let's start with one of the most basic yet profound shapes, the circle. The circle is a symbol of unity, wholeness, and infinity. It has no beginning and no end, representing the eternal nature of the soul and the cyclical nature of life. In sacred geometry, the circle is often seen as the first shape, the primordial form from which all other shapes emerge. From the circle, we move to the vesica piscis, a shape formed by the intersection of 2 circles. This almond-shaped figure is one of the most powerful symbols in sacred geometry. It represents the union of opposites, the meeting point of heaven and earth, spirit and matter. It is also the foundation for many other geometric shapes, including the triangle, the square, and the hexagon. Next, we have the golden ratio, often represented by the Greek letter phi. This mathematical ratio, approximately 1.618, is found throughout nature, art, and architecture. It is a proportion that the human eye finds most pleasing, and it is believed to reflect the inherent harmony of the universe. The golden ratio can be seen in the spiral of a nautilus shell, the arrangement of seeds in a sunflower, and even the proportions of the human body. Another key concept in sacred geometry is the platonic solids, which we touched on earlier. These 5 shapes, tetrahedron, cube, octahedron, dodecahedron, and icosahedron, are unique in that all their faces, edges, and angles are equal. They are considered the building blocks of matter, each corresponding to one of the classical elements. For example, the tetrahedron, with its sharp edges and pointed shape, is associated with fire, while the icosahedron, with its fluid, rounded form, is linked to water. But sacred geometry is not just about shapes. It's also about the relationships between them. The flower of life, for instance, is a complex pattern of overlapping circles that forms a hexagonal symmetry. This ancient symbol, found in temples and sacred sites around the world, is said to contain the blueprint of creation. It is believed to hold the secrets of the universe, encoding the patterns of life, energy, and consciousness. These shapes and patterns are not just abstract concepts. They are alive with meaning and energy. They resonate with the fundamental frequencies of the universe, and by understanding them, we can tap into a deeper level of awareness. But how do we move from theory to practice? How can we use this knowledge to transform our lives? Now that we've explored the foundational shapes and concepts of sacred geometry, let's delve deeper into its mystical and practical dimensions. Sacred geometry is not just a passive observation of patterns. It is an active tool for transformation. It is a way to align ourselves with the natural order of the universe, to harmonize our energy with the cosmic flow. One of the most fascinating aspects of sacred geometry is its connection to sound and vibration. The shapes we see are not static. They are dynamic expressions of energy. For example, cymatics, the study of visible sound and vibration, reveals that sound waves can create geometric patterns in sand, water, or other mediums. This suggests that geometry is not just a visual language, but an auditory one as well. The ancient concept of the music of the spheres reflects this idea, proposing that the planets and stars emit harmonic frequencies that create the geometric structure of the cosmos. Another profound application of sacred geometry is in the design of sacred spaces. Temples, cathedrals, and meditation chambers have been built using geometric principles to amplify spiritual energy. The layout of these spaces often incorporates the golden ratio, the Fibonacci sequence, or specific geometric shapes to create a resonant environment. For example, the Gothic cathedrals of Europe are filled with geometric symbolism, from the rose windows to the vaulted ceilings, designed to elevate the soul and connect worshippers with the divine. Sacred geometry also plays a crucial role in personal spiritual practices. Mandalas, for instance, are geometric designs used in meditation to focus the mind and access higher states of consciousness. By gazing at or drawing a mandala, you can align your energy with its symmetrical patterns, creating a sense of balance and harmony within yourself. Similarly, yantras, geometric diagrams used in Hindu and Buddhist traditions, are tools for invoking specific energies or deities. But perhaps the most transformative aspect of sacred geometry is its ability to reveal the interconnectedness of all things. When you study these patterns, you begin to see how everything in the universe is linked, how the spiral of a galaxy mirrors the spiral of a seashell, how the branching of a tree resembles the branching of your nervous system. This realization can lead to a profound shift in consciousness, a sense of unity with the cosmos. So, how can you begin to work with sacred geometry in your own life? How can you use these ancient principles to enhance your spiritual practice and personal growth? Now that we've explored the profound depths of sacred geometry, let's bring this ancient wisdom into your everyday life. Sacred geometry is not just a theoretical concept. It's a practical tool that can help you align with the harmony of the universe, elevate your consciousness, and transform your energy. Here are some actionable steps and techniques to incorporate sacred geometry into your spiritual practice. 1. Meditate with sacred shapes. Begin by meditating on sacred geometric shapes like the flower of life, the Sri Yantra, or the Metatron's cube. You can find images of these patterns online or draw them yourself. Focus your gaze on the center of the shape and allow your mind to quiet. As you meditate, visualize the geometric patterns expanding and contracting, connecting you to the infinite web of creation. This practice can help you access higher states of awareness and deepen your connection to the divine. 2. Create your own mandalas. Drawing or coloring mandalas is a powerful way to engage with sacred geometry. Start with a simple circle and add symmetrical patterns, shapes, and colors. As you create, focus on your intention, whether it's healing, clarity, or spiritual growth. The act of creating a mandala can be a meditative and transformative experience, helping you to balance your energy and express your inner world. 3. Use crystals with geometric shapes. Many crystals naturally form in geometric patterns, such as quartz hexagonal or pyrite cubic. Hold these crystals during meditation or place them in your living space to amplify their energetic properties. You can also arrange crystals in geometric grids, such as a flower of life pattern, to create a powerful energy field for manifestation or healing. 4. Incorporate sacred geometry into your space. Decorate your home or meditation area with sacred geometric art, symbols, or objects. This could include tapestries, sculptures, or even furniture arranged in harmonious proportions. By surrounding yourself with these patterns, you create an environment that supports spiritual growth and energetic balance. 5. Study the Platonic solids. Each of the 5 Platonic solids corresponds to a specific element and energy. For example, the tetrahedron represents fire and transformation, while the dodecahedron symbolizes the ether and higher consciousness. Spend time meditating on each shape, holding a model of it in your hands or visualizing it in your mind's eye. This practice can help you attune to the unique qualities of each element and integrate them into your being. 6. Explore cymatics and sound healing. Experiment with sound and vibration to experience the geometric nature of energy. Use tuning forks, singing bowls, or even your own voice to create sound waves. Observe how these vibrations interact with water, sand, or other materials to form geometric patterns. This practice can deepen your understanding of the relationship between sound, shape, and energy. 7. Practice geometric breathing. Combine sacred geometry with breathwork by visualizing geometric shapes as you breathe. For example, imagine inhaling a golden spiral that expands from your heart and exhaling a flower of life pattern that radiates outward. This technique can help you align your energy with the universal flow and enhance your meditation practice. By incorporating these practices into your life, you can begin to harness the power of sacred geometry for personal transformation and spiritual awakening. Remember, the key is to approach these techniques with curiosity and openness, allowing the wisdom of the shapes to reveal itself to you over time. Sacred geometry is more than just a collection of shapes and patterns. It is a gateway to understanding the hidden order of the universe. From the pyramids of ancient Egypt to the spirals of galaxies, from the structure of your DNA to the design of a mandala, these geometric principles reveal the interconnectedness of all things. They remind us that we are not separate from the cosmos, but an integral part of its divine design. In this video, we've explored the origins of sacred geometry, decoded its symbolic meanings, and uncovered practical ways to integrate its wisdom into your life. Whether through meditation, art, sound, or simply observing the patterns in nature, you now have the tools to align yourself with the harmony of the universe and awaken to your highest potential. As you continue your journey, remember that sacred geometry is not just something to study. It is something to experience. It invites you to see the world with new eyes, to recognize the beauty and intelligence woven into every aspect of existence. So, the next time you gaze at a flower, a snowflake, or the night sky, take a moment to appreciate the sacred geometry that underlies it all. Thank you for joining me on this exploration of the hidden truth about sacred geometry. If this video resonated with you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with others who are on the path of spiritual discovery. And remember, the universe is speaking to you through shapes, through patterns, through the very fabric of reality. Are you ready to listen? Until next time, stay curious, stay inspired, and keep seeking the light within.